Hey, everybody. It is Mother Ann Schneer from Trinity Episcopal Church in Marshall, Michigan. It's 9 o'clock, so it means it's time for our end of day time together, our prayers and our song. It's nice to see everybody. I'm going to take a quick moment here and share our feed so that folks can find us if they would like to. And as you know, it'll take a moment to catch up with itself here. Oh, there I am. Wonderful. That was nice and fast this time. That's great. And okay, oops, got to share it to my feed. That doesn't help to share it to Trinity's feed. Okay, and today is the 6th day of Christmas, right? 6th day of Christmas. Oops, did it? No. 6th day of Heist as. That does not work. Autocorrected me wrong this time. Christmas. There we go. Post. Great. Yeah, put you all up here. And I think we got it. Wonderful. So I see that Mama J is here and Yulia. Nice to see you both. Welcome. And Wes, hello, Wes. Nice to see you also. We'll let people kind of trickle in a bit. I have a Christmas sweater on tonight. This is actually not mine. It is on loan. This was one of the Christmas presents that we got Matthew, my husband, this year. So this is a Christmas Baby Yoda sweater. Hi, Wes. Good to see you. It looks like Wendy is here also. Lovely to see you, Wendy. And yeah, so this was kind of like the big present this year. We were very excited to find this, and that it arrived on time. We'd actually hoped to get it for Matthew's birthday, which is in November, but they didn't arrive in time. So we got to do this for Christmas instead, which was just perfect. So he's letting me borrow his collection of Christmas sweaters. I don't really have many, so it's fun to dress up for a little bit. And hi, George. Nice to see you. Glad you can be here. Today was a day where I didn't really have much going on at all. It was a really welcome break. Slept in, walked the dog, did all of that kind of day-to-day stuff, but did not do any work until about 7 o'clock tonight when I had a meeting, which was very nice. And then this tonight. So it really was just a day to kind of chill, catch up on some stuff for myself, do some knitting. It was just great. I see. Oh, hi. Yes. Happy New Year's Eve to you also, Wendy. And hi, Debbie. Wendy, I'm glad you like the sweater. Oh boy. Okay. So, yes, definitely praying for Ross. Mama J, thank you for that. And I'm sorry. I that's just awful and tragic, especially it's especially hard when you know the parties involved. So absolutely, we will be praying for Ross for sure. There we go. Thank you. As a follow up from last night. I see that Noreen is here, so it's very nice to see you also, Noreen. Aside from that, I don't have much going on. Tomorrow night, I'm not going to do the broadcast. We're going to just really have some focused family time, which is, of course, much needed after all of the excitement from the last few weeks. We don't have anything especially exciting planned except that Matthew is going to make some really good nachos. That was the family request for a meal. Rather than ordering pizza or something, we're going to make some pretty big nachos, and so hopefully we'll remember to take some pictures so we can post online and make your mouth water. We're kind of excited. Matthew went shopping today to get the ingredients, so it's Phoebe's favorite food. So really, it'll be fun, and then just watch movies and stay in and ring in the new year. And then my first thing that I'm going to do New Year's morning is walk the dog and not fall and break my ankle. That was what I did last year for New Year's Day. So I am hoping and will be taking precautions and being very careful. I'm hoping to ring in the new year in a better way and not get injured right out the gate. So hopefully that will set a better tone for 2021 for our family and for everybody else. um, let's see. Yeah, Mama J, I'm very sorry. Thank you for the extra detail. Although it's of course it doesn't necessarily help us with the prayer part. But yes, it sounds tragic and very very sad, and we're certainly happy to pray for them. Thank you for that addition. So we can go ahead and jump in. And this is you're seeing it here. I hope I'm not jinxing it. I only have one match left in this box. We continue to go through our matches here. So cross your fingers. All right, come on. Yay, we got it. And it's lit. Phew. I always like to have a backup for my backup. So to be down to one match and not have a backup box within reach is always kind of scary. So let's go ahead and we'll jump into our prayers. And this will be our last prayer time of 2020. Can you believe it? And again, I'll review. Look at our prayer card. This is just from January. So really great job, everybody, getting those prayers submitted. Yeah, Wendy, I think I like that New Year's resolution. We'll try to stick with it. No broken bones for at least a week. How's that? All right. So tonight we are praying with special intention for our leadership, for the standing committees of the dioceses of Western Michigan and Eastern Michigan. We're praying for Joe, our mayor, Gretchen, our governor, Donald, our president, and Joe, our president-elect. We pray in the aftermath of our elections for I don't know, logic, peace, common sense, humility, all of those things, particularly as there are still challenges in court cases and I'm going to say grandstanding, showboating, whatever we want to call it, as people talk about continuing to oppose the results. Obviously, we want to make sure that our elections are as fair as can possibly be, and support the outcome, whatever that outcome is, even if it's an outcome we didn't prefer. So we pray for all of that and for cool heads and calm hearts to prevail. We pray for all schools, school systems, teachers, students, parents, administrators, everybody involved in education, which is, of course, so very, very important. We pray for them to get some good rejuvenation, recharging, all of that. I see Mama J's comment, but I also see Debbie. We're going to have to start praying for wisdom and solidarity for everything for all the time, aren't we? Because we definitely want that for the election too. That we can group together, bind together as a people and work for the betterment of our entire nation. And that's what it's about, right? It's not just us, it's for everybody. So praying, yes, for wisdom and solidarity. It's a great mantra, isn't it? We are also praying for everyone as in the multiple ways that they have been affected by COVID. So for those who have died, those who are ill, those whose livelihoods have been affected, those who are struggling with mental illness and depression, those who are food insecure, income insecure, shelter insecure, all of those things. We ask that God be with each person on this planet in the way that they need most, and in a way that expresses God's love for them. We pray for Wayne, Dana, Don and Chris, Sharon and family, Anne, Betsy, George, Vicky, for the Bears Heart family, the people of Bears Butte Reservation, the people of Pine Ridge Reservation, Philip, the Brings Plenty family, Ava and Eustace, Wes, Tamra, Melissa, Bruce, Levon, Aaron, Kathy, Sue, Debbie, Shar, Laura, Bill, George, and Christy. And I'm just recalling Yes, okay. I was trying to remember if I had transferred a person from the prayers for their recovery to prayers for the deceased, and I did transfer the name. I had forgotten to cross them off of the main list, the this our first list here. We pray also for Georgia and Garrick, William, John and Van Essa, Connie and Bill. We give thanks for the birth of I can't read my handwriting. I want to say, is it Prentice? I'd have to check from last night. I know this was Noreen's prayer request. Um, I am so sorry. So, Noreen, if you want to comment with that name, I, I don't recall it from last night, and I can't read my handwriting well enough, but I have two smiley faces, so I remember exactly what the prayer request was. Um, it looks like I wrote Prenice, but I feel like maybe there was a T in there. But you can tell me if you'd like to. But we share in Thanksgiving for the birth of the baby that Noreen mentioned last night. We could say it that way if we want to. We pray for Cora and Greg, for Nosrat and Jane and Teresa, Mac and Renee, Carrie and family, the Rory family, and Shar is with us. Hi, Shar. Nice to see you. Oh, good. Yes. So George is saying yes, Prentice. Good. See, I didn't write the T in for Prentice. How funny is that? And I probably prayed it correctly last night. There we go. And of course, it's not going to matter because this prayer request list is going to be retired for next week because it'll be January. But we can for sure celebrate the birth of Prentice. We pray for. I lost track. Mac and Renee, Carrie and family, the Rory family, and for, let's see, the people affected by the explosion in Omaha, the people affected by the explosion in Nashville. We pray for Ashley and family, for Alexander, John, Clinton, Chris, Cindy, Ivan, for those who are alone, for Ross, for Mickey's friends and family, Mary, Margaret, Rob, Richard, Dave, Gloria, Christy, Nathan, Gina, and family. And then, oh, my always migrating church directory. Let's see if I can excavate it here. I may not have it within reach because I have not spent much time in the office today, in my home office. Nope. Yes, it's probably buried. And of course, as you may see, there's this kind of nest over here. And I worry that if I dig too deep, I'm going to arrive at a structural book that I may move and the whole thing will go tumbling. So we will I'll go ahead and pray for our group, which is appropriate as this last group meeting of the year. So let me get my mouse here. Okay, so tonight we pray for each other, for ourselves, for our group, for Wes, George, Wendy, Debbie, Mama J, Noreen. I may have gotten Debbie before, but if not, Debbie. I think I may have gotten Noreen already and Shar. And then also, just in case, Yulia. Let's see, who else? Checking both devices here. I think that's it. But then we can also pray who's also often here that may not be here tonight. Paula, Sharon, Donna, Julia. I think that's the main group. So we are praying. Oh, and Drew, yes, Drew, of course. Thank you, Mama J. Think that's the main group. And if you think of others, go ahead and throw them in there in the comments. And because and me praying for me, as we round out this year, this amazing, incredible, awful, and wonderful year in all sorts of different ways, depending on which angle you look at. Definitely praying for ourselves, praying for each other, as we try to ring in the new year on New Year's Eve tomorrow. We pray also for Christ Lutheran Church here in town. And we pray for all public safety officers, especially police, sheriff, and fire departments, that they may carry out their work in wisdom and in safety. Yes, and Debbie's adding Peggy and Ann. I don't know if that's the me Ann, or I think I'm the only Ann that comes in this time, but we have another Ann that's on the prayer list as well. So we can pray for all Anns. Yes, we pray that police, sheriff, and fire departments may carry out their work with wisdom and in safety. We pray for all hospice programs, for their patients, their medical staff, support staff, administrative staff, and families. We pray for all who are sick and those who are caring for them. And Jan. Jan often comes also, so we're praying for Jan. We pray for all who are sick and those who are caring for them. We pray for Oaklawn, Bronson, and Borges hospitals. We pray for wisdom and solidarity, that old duo that we love and treasure so much. Wisdom and solidarity regarding the elections, of course, but also and most especially regarding COVID. Debbie, thank you. I love you and receive your prayers with gratitude. Thank you so much. Yes, we pray for people to be smart, wise, giving, generous. That people may be moved to put other people's needs before their own. That they may receive medical advice with a low level of anxiety and a high level of eagerness to serve each other. And we just added Peggy. Peggy, we're praying through our group who meet, because I can't reach my parish directory right now. So we just prayed for you. So yes, that people may receive the advice of medical professionals and scientific professionals openly, and be willing to make sacrifices for each other's well-being. Right? That's what we're always praying for. And then we pray also for our local nursing facilities, but especially tonight we're praying for Marshall House here in town, which is not technically a nursing facility, but it is a retirement home. So we're praying for the residents and the staff of Marshall House here in town. We also pray for those who have died, particularly those who have died recently, including Father Robert, Connie, Janet, Ken, Bonnie, Teresa, Angela, Alexander, Paul, Emma, Carol, Dick, Diana, Pam, Diane, Teresa, Betty, John, and Mickey. We pray that their souls and the souls of all the departed may rest in peace and rise in glory. So the song that I have for tonight, you may recognize it from the title, but it is not in our hymnal with these words. Although it is in the Episcopal hymnal, the tune is with a different set of words, and I have a story to go with that. So when I was in high school, I was in, like the madrigal groups and the a cappella chorus and all that sort of stuff. And there was one song that we learned, the Noël Nouvelette. And that was the first time I had heard that tune. And it went, sing we now of Christmas, sing we now Noel, da 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 da, sing we Noel, for Christ is born Noel, da 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 da. Oh, Debbie gets extra points for knowing Grogu's name. Wonderful. Lovely. Good for you, Debbie. Not just the child or Baby Yoda. Fabulous, Debbie. So around Christmas time, I always get this song in my head because it's so peppy and I love it, and it's bright and cheery and wonderful. And then when I went to seminary, at Easter time, the organ scholar who was there played this song as like interlude music, as sort of an anthem. And I got the giggles like mad because I was like, why would you play this song now at Easter? It's called the Noel Nouvelette. I mean, it's a Christmas song. And it wasn't until later that I realized that it was actually in our hymnal. It's now the green blade riseth. Da, da, da. I don't know all the words, but it's about Christ's resurrection. So someone took a Christmas folk song from France and wrote Easter appropriate lyrics, which is a wonderful thing to do. But it was just kind of funny that I experienced them in the order that like in the evolution of the song started with the Christmas lyrics and the Christmas tune, and then later on I heard it in the more familiar Episcopal way, which is the Easter lyrics, and it kind of threw me for a loop. So I thought for fun we could sing the Noel Nouvelette with the Christmas lyrics. It is in a whole bunch of different hymnals, just not our hymnal. So I'm less familiar with these specific words because they're not the words from the choir anthem that I sang years ago. But I think you'll probably be able to sing along with me. And as we stumble, we'll have fun and it'll be great. So here we go. Here are our lyrics. And I don't even have like sheet music to sing along with. We're just going to try to do this together. And I'll be singing it from my screen here. So are you ready? We'll see how it goes. Sing we now of Christmas, Noel sing we here. Hear our grateful praises to the babe so dear. Sing we Noel, the King is born Noel. Sing we now of Christmas, sing we now Noel. Angels call to shepherds, leave your flocks at rest. Journey forth to Bethlehem, find the lambkin blessed. Sing we Noel, the King is born Noel. Sing we now of Christmas, sing we now Noel. In Bethlehem they found him, Joseph and Mary mild, seated by the manger, watching the holy child. Sing we Noel, the King is born Noel. Sing we now of Christmas, sing we now Noel. From the eastern country came the kings afar, bearing gifts to Bethlehem, guided by a star. Sing we Noel, the King is born Noel. Sing we now of Christmas, sing we now Noel. Gold and myrrh they took, their gifts of greatest price. There was ne'er a place on earth so like paradise. Sing we Noel, the King is born Noel. Sing we now of Christmas, sing we now Noel. So that's fun. Yeah, and Mama J is commenting, you learned it in French, and I actually looked at the French, but I don't know French well enough to give it a try. If it was German, I'd have it, but no. Yes, so George, during communion, it is a beautiful song and very, very fun. And I know it with all the extra soprano-y stuff because it wasn't. We didn't sing it as a hymn; we sang it as like a choral piece. So I remember like Noel, Noel. Yeah, all that stuff. So it's one of those like I only know the verses where the sopranos had the melody, and there were several verses where the men had the melody and the women were singing the accompaniment. And so like I don't even know all those words, but it's just really really fun. Yeah, Debbie, it's a great tune, isn't it? And when it is just peppy. And so I was walking the dog this morning, practicing on that ice, and I was very safe, and I had my hiking boots laced up really tight to give my ankle, my bad ankle, lots of support. But I was kind of walking with the pace of my feet. So do 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 do. I was kind of plodding along actually because I was being so careful. But it was a great way to sort of worship and pass the time at the same time. So yeah, it's just a fun song, and it's nice to be able to sing it at Christmas time without that little moment of translation in my head to like make it an Easter song. Although again, Now the Green Blade Riseth is a lovely song as well. So that's our time tonight. I hope that you had fun. I hope this is a nice way to round out your year. Um, please take a moment tomorrow and reflect and try to find something good, some way, some redemption, some resurrection that happened amidst this past year. I, for one, am still so grateful for this group. This has provided me a way to kind of reach out in a different way and to connect with people that I wouldn't have met. So like Mama J and Wes and folks that weirdly friends that know me only through my parents, like that are Facebook friends of them, and we're like, oh, what's going on over there? Just really, really a fun little thing that we've been doing. I am planning on doing it still in the new year, and we know that as we turn the page, it's not going to just magically change everything. So we can take a moment to reflect and be grateful, pray for each other, and see how God is calling us to put good energy into caring for each other and reaching out beyond ourselves in 2021. Good luck, everybody. God bless you. I'll be thinking of you tomorrow. Happy New Year to you. And I see you, Mama Jane, Noreen, Peggy. Thank you all so much. Have a wonderful night. God bless you. And we'll have church again Sunday morning at 8 and 10 Eastern Time live. And of course, you can catch the recordings later. And then I'll be back with you Monday night. I think I don't have a meeting Monday night. That's great. So that'll be even easier. So I'll see you Monday night at our normal time, same bat time, same bat station, right? Yes, and Debbie is sharing, may you all welcome in the new year with faith, hope, and love. Yes, absolutely. And Wes, this has been a godsend for you. I'm so glad. Thank you all, everybody. God bless you, and we'll see you soon. See you next year.